Good vibes, happy cheeks, and of course, boom, boom, baby. Brr. Guys, you're tuning in to Spill the Tea with Alicia G. And our one special guest we interview each and every single week. The question is, who's it gonna be? Well, y'all gonna wait and see. But before, smash that subscribe button if you haven't on my YouTube channel. And all social media, my Instagram, my YouTube, the clock, Facebook, Twitter, and more, all AliciaGWorld or www.AliciaGWorld.com. Links to all social media, merchandise, music, and more. Boom, boom, baby. That's right. And guys, if you haven't, have you had your boobala today, guys? It's so yummy. It's sugar-free, and your Jewish grandma, she would approve. It's that good. It's orange, and it's tasty, and it's all natural. You can't go wrong. Get your boobala today. Trust me. It's that good. Yes, it's that boobalicious. So if you haven't, get your boobala today. It's so good. So before we go on, without further ado, our special guest, his name is AdamTv. I don't know the meaning behind it. We're all going to find out, and we're going to get to spill some tea with the one, the only, AdamTv. Grab a snack, grab a seat, and let's spill some tea, shall we? Let's do it, guys. Boom, boom, baby. Mr. AdamTv, how you doing, Jeff? I'm doing great. Great to see you. Before we start out, I want to say thank you for coming today to spill some tea with me and the AG Army and everyone here. Do you want to tell everyone your social media and where they can find you and all that jazz? Yeah, so I don't really have a lot of social media, to be honest. I mean, you can find, well, I have WhatsApp, of course. You can find me on, I do have an Instagram, and I'm not sure what all that is. I kind of just stick to one platform. So this is pretty much where you're going to be able to find me right now. You're good, you're good. All right, so we're just gonna spill some tea, have some fun while doing it. Tell us about your name. How did you get your name AdamTv?
Yes. Okay. Well,
spill the tea.
So I had used different names, but I have studied broadcasting and journalism and done some television stuff. So I'm like, well, AdamTv kind of fits what I've done throughout my life, played around with TV and broadcasting and journalism and those kinds of things. And so I figured, okay, let's just put that in there. And if people ask, I can tell that part of my life story a little bit. So.
Yeah. Keep spilling that tea, Adam. What type of journalism
So just,
do you do?
just basic broadcast journalism, some investigative type work. I did a lot of investigations and stuff like that. So it wasn't a lot of on TV stuff, but more like doing some investigation work for the television production companies and and covering stories from my local news area or from my general area in Seattle here and that kind of stuff. So. Not, it didn't take off and explode like I wanted it to when I started doing it, but I got to do a lot of different things, and I've learned a lot about broadcasting and journalism and those kinds of things, and so it helps. It's helpful.
Definitely. So you actually went to school for it and everything, and
yeah.
Yes. How many years of school was that to be a journalism?
And right, so it's really with broadcasting and journalism, for those that are interested in that kind of stuff, really just getting some basic training and if you're good at if you're good at talking and interviewing and doing those kinds of things, some of these companies will just take you on and give you some of the training within the company and help you there. So if people are interested in that kind of stuff, it's a dog eat dog world. It's like it's tough. It's not easy. It's a
spill the tea.
It's
that's all we want to hear. Spill that tea. What makes it so difficult? Would you say, like, is there politics in it? Like, who you know? Like,
yeah, sure. There's lots of politics involved. It's live streaming is kind of a good example of what broadcasting is and how people When people tell a story, how differently stories can be told, and then what and angles, and if people like your opinion, it's almost like, you're telling a story with as many facts as you can, but it's almost like it's also kind of your opinion too, and people don't necessarily like your opinion. So it's not always, you're not always liked.
Yeah. I understand that.
So, but and there's just lots of competition. There's lots of beautiful people out there that can do this and have great television and radio voices, and have the amazing ability to do this kind of stuff, and they're just really, really, really good at what they do, and it's almost mind blowing, some of the stuff they can do with their talents. Broadcasting's awesome. Love it.
So you said you did some investigation work and all that. I understand you maybe can't say names and everything, but can you give us like a little synopsis, maybe one of the wildest stories you ever had to do your thing on? I don't know, journalism on?
The wildest story. I think there's like probably a lot of different interesting things. I can't get into too much about the investigative stuff because I was never a part. I was investigated, but I never a part of it, so I didn't really get myself too involved, and so I try not to get myself too involved now. So as far as like just very interesting things happen, companies do certain things that they're not supposed to do, and you treating their customers the wrong way and that kind of stuff. Just lots of different things. There's lots of different things that can be obviously investigated. You know what I'm saying? So
definitely.
Whoa!
Boom, 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 baby. Rocking the rockets up in here. Love it.
Rocking the rock.
Boom, 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 baby. I love it. What would you say the best thing about being in journalism was or is? What do you say?
Just that you. I feel like we're all, when it comes right down to it, Alicia, I feel like we're all journalists. We're all out there trying to get a story. We're all out there trying to find out what the real story is of life, basically. You know what I mean? And things in life. And so I think really just being a journalist is just being like everybody. We're all inquisitive about and learning, wanting to learn different things and stuff like that. So I just it being a part of all of our lives, really. I like the fact that I'm involved in something that we're all involved really in, trying to get the story, the right story, the true story.
I love that.
Versus the not.
I love that. So what would your best advice to someone trying to get into journalism be?
My best advice would be to get some schooling under your belt, take some broadcasting journalism courses. There's different ways to go about it. There's different colleges you can get into, and different ways of getting into broadcasting. But I would say just, go down to your local TV agency and let them know that you're interested in broadcasting, and start somewhere in the agency, just like kind of like here, just start somewhere.
Yeah, if you don't start,
get your foot in the
you
door.
will never know.
You'll never know. Yeah, and if if you're fit for it, you'll know. If you're not, they'll let you know if you're fit for it or not. It's kind of the way it is.
Right. Oh my goodness, so. I love it. So let's tell us about like little Adam. Meaning, like when he was growing up, was he like the smarty pants? Was he the bad boy, the partier? Spill the tea. You want to know about little Adam? I'll take it back up. So that tea.
Okay, little Adam. What a brat that guy was. No, little Adam was a good kid. I was a good kid. I was a really good kid, and very outgoing. Very outgoing. I was definitely the class clown. I talked all the time, just like right now. I blah 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 blah. I talked. I'd get in trouble in class because of it. I'd goof, but it was never anything like I wasn't trying to be a mischievous kid. I was just very talkative, and I liked to make people laugh and smile. And I was the clown. I was the class clown growing up.
Okay. Were you the partier? When you got into your teens, like party boy?
In my teens, I was. You know what? I was such a good kid. I really didn't really party that much, and like if I went to a party, I wouldn't, carry on like all the rest of the kids my age were like drinking and smoking and doing that kind of stuff. And I just didn't, when I was younger, I just wasn't interested in doing that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So the younger kid wasn't the youngest part of that wasn't much of a partier, I should say.
Wait, what about college, did that kind of break you? That the few brewskis started happening?
Yeah, I would say my that time period, that time frame in my 20s was when I about 23 was when I started to feel like I needed to start partying.
Oh.
And seeing what that party scene was about. So definitely, and then it just woo.
Spiraled down from there.
And then it just took off from there.
Guys,
And then it just took off from there. Yeah.
we are spilling some tea with my new host, AdamTv. And he's spilling that tea, guys. He's spilling that tea. Be sure you're following, liking, sharing, and tapping on that screen, guys. And let's spill some more tea with Adam here. So tell us about your craziest party story. Like, oh my gosh, I had a party and they wrecked my house. Or like, spill the tea. Craziest wild party story. We want to get to know.
Craziest
We
wild
want to
party.
get to know him.
Oh man, I've been to so many different like house parties, like you know what I mean, in my city and stuff. So
Stories are brewing.
I don't know. I think it would make you laugh that when I was younger, when I went to a house party, everybody was drinking, and my friend and I, we didn't drink, but we wanted them to think that we were drinking. So they would bring us beer. This isn't a beer, by the way. This is coffee, everybody. They would bring us beers, and we would, every time we would get a beer, there was like a plant by us or somewhere near us. We would put and then we would just act like we were drinking with them. So that plant must have gotten awfully drunk. You know what I mean?
It's a lit plant.
Exactly.
Plant. I love it.
Right. But we played it off. You know, we were like little, and we were just playing it off like we were right along with them. And I thought it was kind of cute.
That is a cute.
And that was just a wild party. That was a wild party in the morning. That place was a mess, and everybody had a lot of fun. And it's like it's one of the good stories. Any
wild, fun shenanigans that maybe went on, like maybe streaking through the streets? I don't know. Anything wild, like oh.
Yeah, I've always been kind of shy in that area. I've never streaked through the streets. Never done that. I'm sure I actually had some friends that
we don't judge.
I actually have had friends that have.
Oh.
What's that?
We don't judge if you are a streaker. You can tell us.
Oh, right. Yes, thank you for the no judgment. No.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Bucky, that's your thing. He's a streaker. Hey, it's okay. Where are my streakers at? We don't judge up in here, so just split. And if you're a streaker,
right.
That's cool too. All right. So not too crazy. Pretty good boy all around. What about dating? How's dating?
Yeah, I'm making myself, those beginning years, I make myself out to be a pretty good boy. But we all have our bad side, I think.
If you are new, we don't judge Adam. That's okay too. What Papa Bear said in the.
All right. I think actually, and not to be mean or anything, but I think Papa Bear's the nudist.
Are you?
Not me. I think he was just letting everybody know that he was the nudist.
We don't judge. We're just spilling some friendly tea up in here. It's just a little look more.
That's right. There's some tea for you.
You're gonna be up next, Papa Bear. Don't you worry. Bring at you next.
That's right. Oh.
What about dating? Any crazy dating stories? We just want to get to know, bad, good.
I'm so vanilla when it comes to dating. Dating stories. I don't know. Maybe just like getting ready and getting dressed up and wearing clothes that I wouldn't normally wear. Going to the date and then having the date like look at me like I was like just dressed crazy or something and canceled the date on me. That was one of my. Isn't that sad? Because I wasn't dressed. Because I wasn't dressed to their, standards. I was kind of out of the. Hey, you learn, You learn how to dress to whatever.
How about a really great date experience have you had?
A great date experience. I would just say like any date that I've ever been on where I've like gotten the chance to go to the beach and take a nice walk along the beach, and watch the sunset. I just like I like romance. I'm very romantic when it comes to dating. So
okay.
Something outdoors.
Outdoors.
Next time.
You hear that? He likes outdoors, romantic. By the
That's
by
right.
the beach, y'all.
By the beach, walking on the beach, hand in hand, guys.
Hand in hand. Any wild dating experiences you might want to spill the tea about? Maybe something happened in a movie theater or in the car.
Oh, wild dating experiences. You know what? I think my wild dating experiences, Alicia, and I'm just gonna be honest. I think they're just too wild to put on BIGO.
Now you're teasing us, Ad. You're teasing us. It's just a little tidbit. Don't need names. Don't need names. It's a little tease.
I don't even like. I can't even. To be honest with you, I can't even think of anything like specific that. I just feel like most dates that I've gone have ended up just kind of being a little crazy sometimes, you know. But
just a little tidbit.
yeah,
Just tease us, Adam. Just a little sip of the tea. Just a little sip.
Oh my gosh, I don't even, Alicia, I really don't know. I can't think of anything like that I could say that would be like, let me think. Why, a tease. I mean, how about skinny dipping?
Okay. Spill the tea.
All right. So we,
Definitely
did that. Definitely did that on the lake on a date one time. Yes, at night.
Okay.
Very scary because the water is kind of murky and, you know what I mean, and God only knows what's gonna get you. But that was probably it.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I'd be a little scared to go in the middle of a lake. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my gosh, I'd be a little scared. Oh God, what's in that water? Oh God, help me! Security, help!
Yeah. It was a little terrifying.
Oh, have you ever been to a nudist party?
Have I ever? Wow. I actually nope. Never. Never have.
Any plans?
But it sounds like fun.
Any plans for the future? Maybe.
Huh?
Any plans for the future? Maybe to go to a nudist colony or
colony? Yeah, definitely would do something like that. As
he's wild, folks. He's a wild man, y'all up in here.
Yeah. Definitely would would try it. I'll try anything once. I believe like in life you should try everything, experience everything at least one time, you know what I mean? So definitely, yeah. Or is not a video out of these guys. So a lot of my family is in here and they're like trying to out me. They're trying to like over tea me, I guess, or something.
You can ask.
So I'm just kind of ignoring.
You can blame Papa Bear for the nudist comment. That's all him. Excuse me, Papa.
Yes.
We're just, the people want to know. We're just informing the people. We're spilling some tea, you know, about the wild Adam. How he really is. All right. What about a nudist beach? Because you do like the beach after all. A nude beach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So a nudist beach. I would definitely. Yeah, because once again I said I think you should try everything at least once and you know, before I go to the nudist beach, can I get a couple of months to like, you know, work out and get myself
definitely
into some shit?
Do your thing, boo. Do your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always say you're gonna do that, and then you never do, and you end up at the nudist beach just the way you look, you know, 2 months before, and you're like, I don't want to get out of grass or something. You know, I mean, that's how I seem like. I feel like I would be like, I don't want to do this, but you know, clothing optional resort.
Okay.
Yeah, those are. Yeah.
All right. Okay. About any ever been to a swingers party?
Swingers party. What is it? What exactly? I'm so vanilla. What exactly, like, a swingers party is?
Just that everyone can just go with anyone and everyone. Just, you know, have fun.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, you have.
Yeah, I've never. Well, I guess in a way, every party I've ever been to has kind of been a swingers party.
Adam, I love
Yeah.
that.
That's funny that you asked me that. If I was like, we're crying. So I mean, if you guys are like, so I'm not. Just so you all know, I'm gonna out myself. I'm not a straight male. I'm gay. So there's a lot of. We've been to a lot of parties where everybody just kind of gets along with each other.
I'm totally LGBTQ community friendly. I love it all. Like, I'm totally down with everything. So they're not like, we're all.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Right. I just, you know, I had to get that out there just so there wouldn't be any confusion as to what what was going on.
So swingers parties are definite maybe in the future, or?
Yeah, definitely. You know.
I love it.
I'm down for anything, you guys. New experiences. I love new things, new experiences. As long as I'm not gonna get into any kind of serious trouble, I'm down for good experiences. Yeah, good experiences.
Fun in the household where no one gets out of the house, so we're all, yeah.
Right.
What happens there?
Kind of like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Yes.
Exactly. I love it. Oh my goodness. I feel the tea's really starting to spill, folks. It's starting to spill up in here.
It's spilling over.
OG has a question. A Mazzola party.
A Mazzola party. Okay, now what's a Mazzola party? I don't even know what that is.
It's basically like I don't know exact terminology. Don't quote me here, please. Do not quote. Repeat. Do not quote. Basically, it's a party, kind of like a swingers party, from my understanding, and everyone oils up with Mazzola oil. So,
oh Lord, okay. There are some limitations to things. Would I go and watch? Absolutely, because I definitely would go and watch. Alicia, because the reason why is I'm a voyeur. I love watching, but I don't like doing. Like if somebody says, "Oh, do this, put oil on yourself," and I'm embarrassed when that comes to that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, but I am a voyeur. Like, if you're gonna do something crazy, just let me know. I'll watch.
You gotta watch her, y'all. Is he a peeping Tom? If you don't judge, a little peeping Tom. Who doesn't peek on their neighbors? I think everyone peeks on their neighbors.
Oh yeah. Who doesn't peek on their neighbors every once in a while?
My mama peeked the binoculars out the kitchen window. Did you see that? She's just like that. My mama is.
Love that.
My mama, she's not a flasher, but she peeks. She's a peeker.
She's a peeker. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
All right.
Peeping Tom.
A peeping mama. She's definitely a peeping mama.
A peeping mom.
I love it. She is. She's something, Papa Bear. She's definitely something. Big Papa, big mom. Oh my goodness, I love it. All right, we'll tone it down. Guys, if you do have questions, you feel free to join in the comments, all that stuff. So what other jobs have you had? You started off, obviously, grade school, high school, college, all that fun stuff. What was like your first job out of college? Like,
my first job was I worked in a shipyard.
Oh,
I was
not see that.
I was what they called a marine carpenter, and I was a rookie. So what it was that my brother was a marine carpenter, a real marine carpenter, and he went in and he had been doing it for just years and years and years. And when I got out of school, I didn't know like what I was going to do. I didn't know what to do. You know how you just kind of don't know what to do. You don't know what to do, what you want to do next. And so I needed to get a job though, because I needed to be making some money. So I got in with my brother, and he got me hired on it at his shipyard in Seattle. It's called Todd Shipyard at the time. You can look it up. It's a pretty cool little place. But and I worked on big ships. I worked on Navy ships. I worked on cruise ships. I worked on ferries, and I got to experience like a lot of things on boats that a lot of people wouldn't be able to. I went places that you probably weren't supposed to go on these boats, but I did. Me and my brother would go around, and we would go up into like the captain's areas and stuff. Really, you weren't supposed to do that. We were a little mischievous, but we wanted to see things. And if we were to get caught, we would just say we were doing wiring up in their area. Sorry about that. We have to adjust some wiring here.
I love it.
So. I absolutely love that. I love that job. I really did. It was a lot of fun. It was very a lot of handwork, a lot of physical work, not just so I feel like I got my physical work out of the way for a few years there. So that's what I did.
Did you get to ever hey Edmund, do you ever get to go on the ships where you'd be taking a little voyage with everyone, or like a little cruise or anything?
Well, I'm sorry, Alicia. What was that?
Did you ever?
I didn't hear you. I got cut off for some reason.
Did you ever get to go on the ships where you'd be actually taking a cruise with everyone, or?
Going on the going out on. Well, I've not. I'm trying to think if we ever actually went out and tested or any of that kind of stuff. No, mainly everything I did at the shipyard was within the shipyard. We didn't actually go out on the boats, but I've been out on a lot of boats just because I live in the Pacific Northwest, and I've been on a lot of big boats and ferries and different things.
Like
so.
any cruise ships? Like if you're on vacation, a cruise ship or anything, or?
No. I've never been on like officially on like a really big cruise ship, like a official cruise ship. My brother did that kind of work, and they did that actually in a different area, but you had to be a little bit more higher up in the to do the cruise to be on the cruise ships. So I've never been on a cruise ship.
Is that like a goal? A goal to maybe go on a cruise?
Yes. I definitely want to go on a cruise. Actually, it's a near. I feel like Papa Bear, who's in here right now, him and I travel with another friend, our other friend Tom. We all travel together, and so that might be something that we were thinking about doing. We were on a. Okay, I'm sorry, backing up a little bit. I went to New York a few months ago, and when we were in New York, we went on a small cruise ship. It was like a party cruise boat, I guess you would say, or something. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's big and it's right. So I'm sorry, I don't know, where were we going with that, Alicia?
This maybe future cruise in the future vacation.
Right.
Yeah,
just definitely something that we would that I've been thinking about doing soon. I'd like to go to Alaska, like an Alaska cruise, just to try it out, because it's not a real far cruise for me, and then other cruises just to.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
You're good. What about so you worked there, started off your first job with the ships and everything. Then what? You went into journalism, or?
Yeah, well, then I was doing journalism stuff off and on, and I never really got into the whole journalism broadcasting full time. I never got into it full time, so I was always working and doing something else, and then that on the side. I was always a side thing that I was doing. So.
Exactly. And then, any other jobs in the meantime, or?
Yeah, I've done different things. I think people will find this little fun fact interesting. I started doing loss prevention, where I was catching shoplifters, people that were shoplifting in stores. Like I'd hunt them down and catch and arrest them and tackle them, and So I did that that was actually kind of after and during the shipyard times in my 20s, and I think. At one point in time, I think what it was is I wanted to be a cop.
Oh.
And so that was like one of the things I had really thought about, because I wanted to do something that would be helpful for my city or whatever. And so I got into that, and getting into the loss prevention, I didn't really I didn't really feel right about it after a while. Like it wasn't the right fit for me. And so then I started going other directions with possible things to do.
Tell us about a crazy story that happened. You said you had to run and tackle people down. Spill the tea, Adam. I know you got stories. Spill that tea.
I got stories for days. People are like, "You're terrible. You're a bad person. You were a security guy." Oh yeah. Well, I'm definitely spilling the tea today. I am definitely letting you guys know things about me that I would not normally say. No, literally, we would literally get people run. We would run. Nowadays, they don't do this as much. They have more of a hands-off policy when it comes to loss prevention, because they don't want to get. They were getting sued a lot. You know what I mean? Yeah. People were suing them. But we were able to do back in the day. We were able to literally pursue people on foot. We were able to chase them down, tackle them, put handcuffs on them. We were able to do everything the police were able to do. If they stole our stuff, we were basically like the police. You better not steal from us. We're gonna get you.
Oh.
So that was the idea, Yeah, and I got into that whole law enforcement thing. I kind of sparred off from that a little bit and got into some, which also helped with my investigative journalism. Was I got into private investigating with a friend who was a private investigator, and did some stuff with him, work with him. And that was the private investigator work was a lot of fun because you'd have to literally go undercover and do some undercover stuff, and it was fun. It was fun.
I bet
Spilling the tea.
Spilling the tea. Where's that tea?
Is my
oh my goodness. Fun tea show. Oh my goodness.
Where's my attorney? Am I saying too much?
You're good.
I'm just kidding, Alicia.
Any really out there people maybe tried fighting you or anything when you tried tackling them?
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah. I got headbutted one time. I had somebody pull a knife out at me and start coming at me, and believe me, I wanted nothing to do with the knife. I took off. I was running after him one minute, the next minute he was running after me.
It's all yours.
Oh my God. All yours. You can have it. So yeah, there was situations. Thank goodness I've never had a gun pulled out on me. And people had while that was going on, people had guns and stuff like that pulled out on them. But so fortunately nothing like that. But and then just random little scuffles when you're trying to get somebody into custody to bring them back for stealing $1,000 microwave or something or whatever it was. You know what I mean? And they stole some crazy stuff, Alicia. It was like, we weren't stealing. I wasn't going after people that were getting candy bars. These guys were stealing $2,000 worth of stuff. It was crazy.
Where are they putting it? Oh, we're just gonna wheel it out. I mean, on my shopping cart.
Yeah, literally. Like I'm not even. Literally, they would start at one end of the store, end up at the other end of the store. The back entrance there, they would go out that back entrance with their cart, filled to the rim with stuff, and the car ready to go, the getaway car ready to go. I mean, it was crazy. I worked in some crazy areas.
Oh my gosh.
Papa said I see spirits.
We don't judge. That's cool. We'll have to tell us about that when it's your turn, Papa Bear. Don't you worry. We'll spill that tea with Papa.
I think he's trying to get me to share another part of my life with you.
Oh, spill that tea. What's that about?
Oh. So what I have found. How do you get around to this? So what I found was, after all of the things I've done throughout my life, like there's so much crazy things I've gone through in my life, Alicia, but I finally got to a very spiritual part of my life, and I've always been very spiritual since a very young child, and I've had some very extremely interesting spiritual experiences. And Papa's like, I'm the real journalist here. He goes, I know how to get the story out. And so I got into about 10 years ago, I got into doing readings, psychic readings online.
Oh.
And so basically what I'm telling you, Alicia, is that I'm a psychic medium.
Get out! Oh my goodness, he spilled that tea. I want to hear it, y'all. So we're here for Spill That Tea with AdamTv.
Yeah. Oh. And that's what I've been doing for the last 10 years of my life. I just caught you all up. That's where I've been, in the spiritual realm with the spirits and all, and all that stuff. And I had something happen to me about a year ago that was very tragic, and wow, the rocket's red glare. That's beautiful. My brother was killed in March of last year, and so I stopped doing the spiritual stuff just because I felt like I needed to find myself, because I got so discombobulated from that situation. You know what I mean? It was just horrible.
Adam, I'm truly sorry.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, my brother Brian, I just don't want to put his name out there. He was a beautiful, beautiful person. I loved him very, very much. So, but yeah, that happened, and that put me into kind of a spin. And so over the last year, I've really just been spending a lot of time with my family my family. I want to say I'm going to tell you, it's my forever family that I met on another platform, and they have taken care of me over the last year. They have like made sure my mental health was good and that I was okay. And then that's Papa Bear, who's like my dad. I mean, Papa's like my dad. Nick's out there. Nick's like my brother. And then we have not a Pinata. She was in here. That's my baby. So it's like all my support, all my family's out there, and it makes me feel so good. I'm gonna cry. I'm trying not to cry.
You're here with some fun too.
But yeah, so with their help, I've gotten to where I am now, and I'm here now. I'm here on BIGO for a brand new, like, I'm starting to kind of come out of this sadness now, and I'm ready to start being happy again, and getting out there and being able to help other people like I've always done.
Well, you joined the Army, the AG Army Agency, and we are like a family here, and we've opened our arms and welcome you into our family.
I love that, you guys. And I love that. And I love to be a part of your family. I love that. I'm so thankful that you've welcomed me into your family right away so quickly when I got on here. That's awesome. I love that. That's exciting to me. So, yeah, definitely.
I just got chills. That's so weird. I got chills right now. I was like, whoa, that's so weird.
Oh,
my
she got the chills. She's feeling the spirits.
I want to spill a little tea. Like, can you tell us maybe of an encounter that you maybe had with the spirit world? Maybe have you actually during a reading?
So nothing. I can tell you that nothing I have experienced has been anything out of the extreme ordinarily weird. Something that maybe you wouldn't see in dreams. More so that kind of stuff. We all have seen spiritual things that we don't realize are very spiritual, if you know what I'm saying. And I think some people get the idea that, like, oh gosh, you see spooky stuff or you hear spooky things or it's spooky in some way, you know what I mean? And Papa Bear said spoke to my son. As a medium, Alicia, I have spoken to a lot of those that have passed over, and the things that kind of blow my mind sometimes is when I'm able to get their names right. When I get their names right, we're always just like taken aback, all of us, you know what I mean? Because out of all the names in the world, how would I get this person's name that passed away's name right? And it happens a lot, and it's such a rewarding feeling. And my family, I'm sorry, Build-A-Bear's out there too. Build-A-Bear's another part of my family who I love and has supported me and has my back, and God bless him. I've done a reading for most of my family, so I try not to get to know people too well before I do a reading for them. So if I'm going to read somebody, I try to do it right away. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Not to say that I'm doing readings right now, guys. I'm not trying to put myself out there to say I'm doing readings right now, because I'm not doing them right now. But if I'm going to do them, I want to do them soon. Okay, family, my new family. At some point, I'll talk. Alicia, at some point, if people are interested in that, we'll talk about it. You know what I mean? We'll talk about that if people are interested in maybe getting a reading or something. If nobody's interested in it at all, I completely understand. And if people think it's weird or spooky or strange or whatever, that's cool too. I understand. I have a very open mind. You know what I mean? I'm not. If it's scary to you and strange and maybe not true, then that's cool. I can roll with that.
I'm open to that stuff. Like I'm open to it. I mean, scary stuff scare anyone, I think, but like I'm open to I always is my grandmother around me? Like I always wonder that, like stuff like that.
Right. Yes.
Like stuff like that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Look at your lights flickering. Something's happening over there.
It's always flickering, that one. That one's always flickering. I got a flicker over here.
Okay, sure.
It is that one. But how does a reading take place? Like, is it over the phone? Is it through video chat? How do you do it usually?
Yep. Anyway, if I can communicate, if I can hear your voice, that is the connection that I need. Your voice. So anyway, if you were in a ditch somewhere and I was up above you and I could hear you, I could start giving you a reading and saying, yeah, this happened. As long as you gave me your name, like Alicia, and then you started talking to me, I would start vibing off your energy, and that's pretty much how it works.
Like, do you feel anything around me? Like, despite me
Oh
talking
my
to you?
gosh, there's so much around you right now.
Oh my
Running.
goodness!
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So I would say, Alicia, yeah, I do feel, I do. I mean, I don't want to like get into the big old reading. Well, we have a couple minutes. There's
We
definitely
do.
some. There's definitely always. There's always. I feel like there's always something around people, but you definitely have. Are you? I haven't. Um, you're in New York, right? But just something about the South. I haven't had the chance to really talk to you too much, but why is the South so prevalent? Like, are you Southern originally? Are you not from New York, or is your family from the South?
I was born in upstate New York and everything, and I'm here.
Okay.
I sing country pop music. I ride horses
Oh, okay,
and everything, and I grew up doing beauty pageants all over the South.
okay. That's what. All right.
Like
So it's your
toddlers and
presence.
tiaras.
Maybe I'm picking up on your, like your Southern. You have almost a presence that comes out. That's very Southern.
Yes, yes. Like toddlers and
Um.
tiaras. I was like one of those. I was those
Okay.
type of crowds. All the big crowds, all that. Yeah, that's me.
Oh wow, I love that. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I feel like you asked about your grandma. I feel like your grandma watches over you. I really do. Um, I just see. I see a very beautiful, white hair, just very white haired lady watching over you always. She could
She
be,
had,
she could be a relative or an angel or some kind of angel. You know what I
she
mean?
had,
But it's,
she had blonde hair. My grandma did.
oh,
You
does
couldn't even
she?
tell
Okay.
the difference between her veil and her hair was so blonde.
Okay, there you go. That's boom. That's what I was seeing. And it was so like her hair was so. It just stuck. That was something about her that just really stuck out. Was her hair to me, and that's what really stuck out. So she's coming through, and I could get into a reading with you, but I just don't want. I don't want to. It could take a. It could take us a few minutes, but we could pick. We can do this. I would be able to vibe with you, and we could do a reading at some point in time. Your grandma. I can tell you this. To be fair, your grandma watches over you, hon. She loves you. She's definitely with you right now, and 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 she helps you with, she helps you through your days. I feel like, I really do. I think you talk to her a lot. Do you talk to her a lot?
Um, I always like, yeah, every day.
You acknowledge her? Yeah, yeah. Do you do something do you do something on camera that you acknowledge her by or doing or something, or say something that she used to say?
The tree. I have a tree up year round, 365
Okay,
days a year. Her memory. And it's right here
there
next
we
to
go,
me.
baby. That's what it is. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking right there. So
Yeah.
yes.
Aw.
So anyway, we could go on. We could go on and on. You're like,
It's
I
supposed to
want
be
to know
about
now.
you. We twisted it. Oh my goodness. I don't. Do you guys
I can
want
tell
one
you
more?
more. I can tell you a little bit more if you feel comfortable, and if you can do that here in a couple minutes.
What do you think, guys? You guys want to do a little reading with me, or do you want to spill some more tea with Adam? This is his show.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel a
yeah.
little.
I don't want to switch the whole idea of the show. Just because that came up. I just boom, the spiritual stuff comes into play, and then things start happening, and then.
I love this talk. I do. I do. It is. All right. Well, how about this? We'll spill it back to you, and then we can spill it back to me. Sound like a good plan?
What was it again?
We'll spill some more tea with you, and then we can spill
Okay.
it back to me. I think that's fair.
Okay.
So we got a
All
little
right. That
thing.
sounds good. All right. All right.
So you have done everything from
Yeah.
all types of jobs to the spiritual world to working on ships. How journalism? How did you get into broadcasting?
Into live streaming.
Live streaming. Yes.
Yeah. So our broadcasting, that's what it is. You're right. It's broadcasting. I got into broadcasting. So I was always into the TV stuff, you know what I mean? And I thought this when I heard about live streaming, coming out on the internet, I'm like, oh my God, this is it, man. This is the new way to do news. You know what I mean? This is the new way to get out a message to people, and possibly change lives. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is going to be freaking great. And at the time I was thinking to myself, I'm so stupid, because at the time I was thinking to myself, I need to start something like this. Damn it. Anyways, So Facebook Live started up. They started up their lives, and I was just like, oh man, this is it, man. I'm gonna go take over Facebook Live. You know, I mean, you know, you're always just like, but I'm gonna get into Facebook Live, at least get into it and see what that's about. So I started doing the Facebook Live, and I built up a little audience, and it was so funny, but it was like maybe it was 20 people or something that would come back, you know, every day or something. But it was like, or 15 or 10, and you talk about just a real family live thing, you know what I mean? A real family live thing going on there. But it was teaching me how this live streaming thing worked and how people were going to do it and stuff and what they were going to do. And so I got into this live streaming and with Facebook, and then not Facebook. Did I say Facebook?
Yes, you start off with Facebook. You start off with Facebook live streaming.
Yeah. Okay. I'm getting like all mixed up.
Oh, you're good.
All right.
You're good.
So with that starting off there, I learned a lot of like different things to do and stuff. You know what I mean? And we got different ideas, and it was like, you know, I was teaching myself how I was going to live stream. I was at least going to like, nobody knew about what live stream is about. You couldn't get a book that said this is how you're going to do it. This is how it's done. So it was like, okay, I'm just going to figure out the way to do it myself. And so I developed my live streaming ideas and techniques and what I was going to do and how I was going to do it. And then I went over to a platform, and I don't mention their name because I don't. So anyways, I went over to a platform, and I started live streaming like we're doing right now. And it was brand new, and it was in its infancy, and everybody was trying to figure out what to do and how to do it, and you know, and like, Alicia, it was the beginning of a brand new thing, you know what I mean? This live streaming thing, this amazing live streaming thing.
Overnight, it's a build up. Big build up,
right? Yeah. And people would do, and so I've just watched this. So for a decade, I've watched the progression of live streaming. I've been blessed enough to be able to watch the progression of live streaming, and I hope to someday write about it, like you know, like maybe a book about my experiences with live streaming.
I'd love to do a book, like true memoirs of a live streamer.
Yes. Can you imagine, Alicia? Yeah. Like, I'm throwing that out there. Like, I hope somebody freaking writes a book about it. I would love to write a book, and I hope that I do. But I would love it if you guys write a freaking book about this stuff. Is crazy. You know, 30 years from now, people are going to look back on what we started here, and there's, I mean, it's going to be something. You know what I mean? It is something. It really is. And yeah, live streaming is a thing. I love it. I love it. I have as much love for it as you do, Alicia. I get your love, and I feel your love for a girl. I know you love it, and I do. I love it. No matter, like, even though people can like disrespect you and treat you like crud and be not so nice, you know what I mean? It's like, if you can just break through all that stuff, you know, you're a winner up on live streaming, and it's all about helping other people and having families and loving each other, you know.
Definitely. Like, I've been live streaming for over 5 years now. This is what I do, and I love to do it. And
there we go.
Knock on wood, I've just been going. You know, it's truly. People say, "Oh, it's not a job." Excuse me. What did you say to me? It is not a job. Like,
it is a job. Oh, come on, yeah.
I know. People
it will be, and someday I think it will be more. Just not right now. You know, the internet is always also in its infancy. I feel like it's very much in its infancy, but someday this will be recognized as a job. In fact, I feel like someday you'll have to, with the live streams, there'll be a different way of being able to get into live streaming. They're not going to just take anybody. It's not going to just be. I'm not trying to sound bad, but it's going to be people who know what what they're doing.
Yeah, what they're doing. I gotcha.
Yeah, because it's important, and I'm not saying that live streaming is not for everybody, because because if you want to do it, if you want to start your own little live stream, that's cool. You know what I mean? But I just feel like, well, I don't know. There's just different degrees of live streaming, right? Did that sound bad?
No, you're totally right. If you're doing it for fun, if you're just doing it, just for pleasure, if you're just doing it for, or if you're doing it actually as a job, if you're actually doing it to entertain, there's lots of different things.
Right, exactly.
Yes. But MF Boom Bear, so the first app, I cannot say the names, but I started out, I was like a deer in the headlights. I was like, oh my God, help me, security. And MF Boom Bear, he was my first live stream, and he's like, make me admin. And he started coaching me on this first app. And then we've been together for years. MF is one of my real good friends here. And the whole AG Army, some people I've known for over 5 years. And we all stuck together. And we just all keep growing from there. And then all of a sudden, BIGO came to 3.46 million fans and counting. And it just keeps growing. Almost 6 years. Right?
Almost 6 years. Yeah, it's like it just turned into something huge. I love that.
It is. And we all stick together no matter what. The troops, we stick together. The army, we stick together. We are a family.
So I had that. I know we don't have a lot of time, right? Are we going till 7?
We can keep going. It's my show. Cool. It's all good.
Oh, all right. It's like there's no time limit here. I was gonna say mine to like military school. Military school was like live streaming with the worst of the worst, and like almost like a prison type atmosphere or something. I don't know, it was crazy. And girl, it was like you gotta learn. Like, you learn everything on your own, and people were horrible.
Right? No one.
They were. And you know what I'm saying? And it was doggy, because they brought diamonds in, and as soon as they brought diamonds in, it became a dog world. It was like, it just became something different. So, but I never really I was able to experience live streaming without really getting into the diamonds that much and experiencing diamond wealth in any way, shape, or form. I wasn't really doing it. Was more, at the time I was doing it more as a hobby. It was more of a hobby at that time. You know what I mean? So, well, I've made since my brother passed. Since my brother's passed, I've made it my full-time thing now. Right now, yes. Yeah. And then some readings every once in a while.
So. Yeah, definitely. You could definitely. I think you should do great with some readings on here.
It's kind of crazy. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it all of a sudden just happens, and it's like, I think those are the best readings, is when it just pops up and it starts going on and happening. And
definitely. So we talked about a little bit about everything. What would you say your best thing about live streaming
is
the best thing about live streaming
is the friends and the family that I've made. How close, the connection that I made with people.
How close.
That's the best. Yeah. The best thing is the family, and to know that people, no matter what, genuinely love you, and love you, and the friends that you make, the ones that really love you unconditionally. They love you no matter what. You know what I mean? And if you can find that in live streaming, you found gold. So I'm like, you know what? I may have only made 500,000 diamonds, but I found gold too. You know what I mean? But so the second platform, the second place that I went to after the first place I was at for 7 years, is a place. It's a gay. I'll just say that it's a gay app. It's a gay app. And it was, and we had a little bit of, I'm just not going to say what it was, so you guys can maybe figure it out. But anyways, moving right along. So it was.
You can't.
Over there, I did well. I did well over there. I made like 15 million diamonds in a year and a half or something like that. And I was a top badge, and I did this and I did that, and blah 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 blah. And then I just decided that over there, after 2 years of being there, it became very sometimes this becomes just, and this is honest stuff here, guys. This stuff can become toxic after a while in certain arenas and areas, and you have to, sometimes you have to move on, and that's kind of what happened for me. So, and that's how I ended up here. I found BIGO, and I'm like, I like this. I want a different climate. You know what I mean?
Fresh start, the new beginning, and everyone pretty much is very LGBTQ community friendly from I've came across. It really is. It's such a variety of people, like from all ages, all around the world. It's just we're such right. There's over 400 million active users on here. It's
right.
Like if you don't fit in this group, you know what? There's always another group. Do not worry. There's groups.
Yeah, I love that.
We have variety, people. We have variety. Yeah, definitely. I think you're gonna do great here. I really do. And just get your team, and you got me leading the troops, and we'll make it work no matter what. So I'm gonna ask you just a more little questions, and then we'll maybe do a tiny reading. Up to you. But I'm a big foodie.
My favorite
What is your favorite food?
My favorite food is what is my favorite food? Pizza.
Okay. Do you
Okay. Papa Bear laughs.
Like you like to cook, or
a good bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich. Actually, to be honest with you, Alicia, since Papa's here and he's trying to put me out, I love a good bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich. I love some homemade food. You know what I mean? Definitely.
Okay. I love it. Favorite dessert?
Dessert would be.
Favorite dessert?
I love dessert, so like I'm trying to think of what my favorite one would be. Just some good ice cream.
Pies, cakes.
Oh yeah.
Ice cream.
Yeah.
Okay. Ice cream. Okay. I ask you any. So you done everything. Any plans
in the adult industry
anytime soon?
Wow, I love that question. Have I thought about? Yes, I love that question. No, I've absolutely thought that would be. I just don't think that I don't think that I'm fit for that. Like I don't. But you can make some money doing that if people, Hey, if I get in a rut, I don't know, maybe.
I love it. Okay.
Not gonna lie, I'm just being honest, you guys.
Hey, he's spilling some tea, y'all. He's spilling some tea. All right, and if let's say hypothetically AdamTv comes to the big screen, what would his adult film star name be?
What could I handle it? Would I be okay with that?
Oh no, what would your adult
what would my name be?
What
would my adult film star name be? It would be oh god, that's hilarious. That is that's the reaction. I don't know. You just got me there. That's funny. I don't even know. That's
I tell you, I made you laugh. I made you smile. I knew you'd be laughing by the end of this interview. I told you you would. Well, maybe the name will come soon. He's just thinking of it. Might take him a little time. He'll get there one day. Stay posted.
That was so funny. I don't know how to answer that. Somebody, what would my name be? Big Adam. Adam's
Big
apple.
boy Adam.
Adam's apple.
Oh! Here, Adam Apple comes to the big screen soon, y'all. Adam's Apple.
Lord.
I love it.
ATV.
All right. ATV. I love it. Okay. Any questions? You're allowed to ask me one little question. So you should wrap up, and then we gotta do a boom boom baby and a screenshot.
All right. So I have to ask you a question.
You get to pick one question. Do you have any questions for me?
Let's see.
I want to know.
Yeah, what got you into live streaming?
Okay, that's a funny, good question actually. Thank you, appreciate that. Okay, so I've heard about it. I'm like, sure. Tell me another one. Right. A real job, sure. Yeah. like everyone. And modeling agency that I was a part of, past tense, was a part of. Thank God, I'm away from far away. Bye bye. You know who you are. Anyways,
Right.
I did not say that, but anyways, she's like, oh, you got to audition for this app and da da da, and yeah, give me a real time job. I'm like, I was so excited. I'm like, what's the app? Finally, I got accepted. I'm like, oh, okay, and I kept doing it, and 7 months later, I became a top streamer on that app, and I started. Just at first, I was like, how, and then it just built up, and then finally, I was poached by a different person to come to this app, and it was the best. And I was like, hello, BIGO. That was a my thing, and they were just they took. They have physical job was the first 4 days of the month. I look like, oh God, help me! And then after that, it's just like a fun party every night, and it's my friends.
Yeah.
So
Right. Yeah, love that. It's just so much fun. It really is. It truly is.
Adam, thank you so much for our fantastic, amazing interview. I absolutely loved every single moment of it. I think you all loved it too.
Thank you.
My saying is boom boom baby. So we're gonna say boom boom baby. On 3, ready? 1, 2, 3. Boom boom baby.
Boom baby.
Yes, good. That's what Adam got. Right. It's a little screenshot. You ready? I take my screenshot. Ready? It's gonna be for the flyer for the cover art. Oh, we got it. Now I'll get one more for sale. Guys, thank you for tuning in for Spill Tea each and every Thursday. We're interview that one special guest. So if you haven't, smash the subscribe button, follow, like, share, tap on that screen. Hope you all enjoy Spill Tea. Until next time, and all social media, AliciaGWorld, www.AliciaGWorld.com. Links to all social media, merchandise, music, and more. And next time, and of course, boom boom baby.
Boom boom baby. Thank you.
Hey,